What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Center Stage with me, your host, Mr. Andre Lamont Floyd. And today, I have the most talented man I know musically in the house, Mr. Crain. Born in Los Angeles, but raised in San Diego, and now creating waves in Phoenix, Arizona. KC is a producer, a songwriter, a singer, a rapper, a musician, composer, and engineer. His work has crossed borders and turned heads from street preachers in Mexico to Elle in France, proving that great music isn't bound by location. Today, we'll dive into his journey, the lessons that's kept him going, what's next on the horizon, and his newest project, Heartburned. This man taught me how to write and structure songs. So lace up, Center Stage audience. We're stepping into Casey Crain's world of sound, resilience, and limitless potential. So let's give a round of applause for my friend and the world's most unrecognized talent, Mr. Casey Crain.
Thank you. That was an intro.
I want to tell you, man, I want to give you your flowers before we get any further. I mean every word that I just said. When I said, man, you the most talented man I know musically, I thought about it. And I said, man, this dude raps and he's a superior rapper, good lyricist. I said, and he can sing. This nigga, listen, he raps, sings good. I mean, I don't mean like kind of singing something like, no, I'm talking about this man can blow. Then he's a producer. He makes the damn music as well. So after he produces, makes the music, he comes up with all the lyrics and the hooks and the melodies, performs it. Then he goes in and engineers it because he knows how he hears it in his head and masters it. Does his artwork and puts it out himself. This man leaves no money out there for nobody.
You better know it.
Nobody.
You better know it.
Man, I don't know another artist in the game, except Tyler, the Creator, right? Yeah. As far as his level of production and singing and rapping and all the things that you do. But Tyler will even tell you, he don't sing better than you. Right? I mean, I'm going to put y'all rapping up there, though, because Tyler is a spitter, too, right? But he don't sing better than you, and I don't think he can produce. Well, I ain't going to say he can't. I don't know if he can produce better than you. And that's honestly speaking. And I'm going to show you how dope you are. Every show, and this is for the listeners out there, if you didn't know, I always have different records behind me. And depending on who my guest is, I will choose the records that reflect that guest to me and put it on the wall. Sometimes I just have a theme. So now there you know. And when them records is up there, there's a theme behind it or something. Well, these records behind me symbolizes my boy, my friend, the most talented man I know musically. And let me explain to you why. Behind me, we got Mr. DJ Quick, producer and rapper. Just like you, right?
Facts.
Then we got Curtis Mayfield, prolific songwriter and producer, makes cinematic sound, just like you, right? And then we got Mr. October London. Like he can sing old school, he can sing new school. Beautiful voice, just like you, right? Then we got Stevie Wonder. Right? I mean, your catalog, man, if you go back and listen to everything you've done from the gospel all the way to the R&B, to the hardcore hip hop, like, you have crossed just the same kind of stuff as Stevie has. You can sing, you play, you do all that stuff like Stevie Wonder would. Then behind him, you got the maestro, Barry White. Come on, man. He
True
wrote
that.
the songs, he produced the songs, he sang
Yeah.
the songs, he produced for others,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah, he did. Uh,
And then we got Dr. Drizzy. I mean, probably most arguably the greatest producer in the world. But
man,
I don't think he can play like you,
that's big.
right?
That's
When
big.
when you listen to the production on your newest project, dude, your beat sound just like Dre's.
Well,
Right?
sure they should.
I'm not fronting.
Everybody up there inspired me in some
Uh,
form or fashion.
Dude, that's how all those people, when I thought about you, those are the people that came to mind.
I appreciate it.
So what does that say about your talent, bro?
Man,
What
God is
does that
good.
say about your talent and
God is good.
how I see it? And for those who have never listened to your music, go back and listen. But most definitely start right here with Heartburn. Oh, we're gonna get deep into Heartburn today.
All
We're
right.
gonna talk about it.
All right.
But I do want to ask this question. Where did the desire to make music come from? And how did you learn how to make music?
Oh man, that's a long-winded question. Long-winded answer actually. Man, this goes back to when I was 2 years old and I sung at my uncle Archie's wedding. I remember the family telling stories about that, and normally they would put the money on the bride and groom, but they were putting the money on me. And then my mom growing up, she was singing. She was in a couple of groups, and she also she was in church. So she directed the choir. She taught the choir songs and everything else. So music has just been all around me. Pops was into music. My brothers was into music. My sister could sing. My older sister could sing. It's just been in me, and I think when I became a teenager, that's when I really start tapping into it. Yeah, I would say keeping me in church. So every musician that's worth his weight in gold, they all come from church. I'm telling you right now. Oh my God! They all come from church. So there's these gentlemen in the church that the musicians, Steve Gooden, Charles Gooden, Dean, and Leon. Every gospel function I can think of, they were always there. But Steve Gooden is like the best pianist, organist person I've ever met. Like
Mhm.
he can never meet you, and if you got on that mic and sang, he can get with you right then and there. Don't matter what key you in, he'll find it, and he'll go with you. He'll move with you. And man, I used to want to just learn from him so much. So I would go up to him.
So you don't know how to play the keyboard, you don't know how to play nothing?
Nah, when I went up to him when I was trying to learn, nah, I taught myself everything. So I went to him. Right, this is funny. I'm gonna tell you, he was
No,
he
where's
was the
this at?
driving stick. I'm gonna tell you
Where's
right now.
okay.
I went up to him, right, and I said, Steve, let me, cause he would give classes.
Okay.
So I was like, man, teach me how to play, and he would be like, all right, come on, I'm gonna show you. So he'd take me back to the organ. He said, you see these? I was like, yeah. He said, these are white keys. You see these? And I was like, yeah. He said, these are black keys. You
Mm.
mix them up together, and you get these things called chords. And then you just keep mixing them up, and then you'll be able to play. That's all he told me. He didn't give me no class, no nothing. I still owe him bad for that. But
That-
yeah, so I was like, man, I got to get in here and learn it myself. So after
So how did
church,
you learn? What did you do?
I just played, man. After church, me and my boy Reggie, we would sit up. Shout out to Reggie. We would sit up at church, and we just jam. We would play on the organ, the piano, the drums, until it
Nah,
started making
nah,
sense.
nah, nah. Nah, cause you ding ding. Nah, man, that
I'm
don't ding ding ding.
serious, bro. On everything I love,
How
we
long
would.
did it take you to learn how to play?
I don't know, maybe a year. Because I play by ear.
I
That's from
know
being
you're
around. Yeah,
able. That's one of your gifts, man. This
yeah,
dude, I would take him and say, hey man, can you make this beat And he's like, yeah, he would make everything start with the drums and he add this and add that. And he just playing it by ear and just, dude, you can mimic almost anything. And that's crazy. You know
Yeah,
how talented that is?
it's God, man. God gave me these gifts, and I just tapped into them. Didn't know I had them until I just started messing around. Started off on a Casio keyboard that my uncle Nate had, and then he moved away. My best friend Eddie let me take his Rap Master keyboard, and
Now,
I
how
just make
old are
beats
you
on
at
that.
this time?
I'm 14,
Wow.
14, and yeah, bro. So started
But do
doing
you know
that.
how to read music?
I can read it a little bit. I can read it a little bit, but I'm mostly by ear. If I hear it, I can play it. And sometimes I could just play it off of memory, what's in my head.
Mhm.
Yeah, so yeah, man, did all that, and I mean, I remember being in my room making a ghetto-fi studio with just my mom's tape recorders, a mic she used to use to teach choir parts, and
Mhm.
that Casio keyboard, and I would fix it to where the beats would go on there. The beats was horrible; they were garbage. But me and my cousin Tanisha, man, we would make whole albums. Just we went right. We would just talk about a topic and just rap on it.
I'm
Yeah,
dude, you are so talented to me, bro. And it's remarkable
yeah,
to see your growth over the years. I
yeah.
mean, how many years has it been? Like almost 30 years, right?
Yeah, man. 90, 98, 99.
And listen, imagine then I thought you were super dope then. And you were mimicking and making everything.
Yeah.
And now, dude, I can't speak highly enough about this album, Heartburn. Uh, tell the listeners, man, what's your overall theme of the album?
So Heartburn is my it's multiple, but the biggest thing was just me being completely vulnerable as uh an artist and a man. So I've had so many trials and tribulations in my life, and so much trauma, man. So many things that happen based on self-inflicted decisions and just life itself. Um, we talk about how black men or men just don't go get help with their mental health. So the album opens up with me going to a therapy session for the first time.
Mhm.
And in the beginning of the album, you can tell that I'm mad, I'm angry, and most men are because there's so many things that they've had built up that it comes out in anger. And
Mm.
through the course of the album, I learned that I used my anger as a wall to protect my true feelings about how I really feel. I didn't tell
That was
people when
an
they,
aha moment for you while making this album. You learned that about yourself.
yeah, I
That's
it made me it made the make making the album made me face myself. There's songs that didn't make it that I'm actually emotional in when I'm doing them. Like you can hear me like breaking down and crying in some of them. So like it made me look at myself inwardly and realize that there were some things that I thought I had worked through and worked on, but there was still more work to do. And I had to face that mess, man, between risking losing my family, uh, losing my marriage. Everything was at risk. You know what I mean? Uh, Unfinished business with people that I did things for in the industry and didn't get reimbursed for. I was angry about that. People that
mhm.
I thought were homies and cool and bros turned their backs and was talking smack when I was out of the town.
Hold on,
Like,
hold on, hold on. So that's one of the questions I had because I hear you talking big shit on here, right? And you going at somebody.
hmm
And I was wondering, like you talk about, like on some of the songs, you talk about having haters, and I'm like, but you're the nicest person in the world. Who the hell would hate on you? Like that's the thing that kills me. It's like, how can you hate on someone like is as loving and loyal and cool as you are? Like So that I was wondering, I said, oh, he just saying that. He just
No,
saying that because that's what everybody else say. You
nah,
know, no,
nah.
you really got haters like that?
Man, I've had haters since '98. I had haters in the camp, bro. I had haters in the camp. People that I brought to
They
the
hated,
table.
they hated your talent. Is that what you're telling me?
Nah, I think it was more than that. Either I tell people hate you because they not you, right? They want
Yeah.
to be you, but
Hmm.
it could be some more than that too. But I think they just wanted the spot and they couldn't do it. So
Okay. I'll leave it at that. That's cool. I just, to me, I never saw that. So, I
yeah,
mean,
bro,
I wasn't
it was
always,
there. It was there.
I never noticed it, right? I mean, I was in my own world.
Yeah,
I didn't, I'll be honest with you, man. I didn't give a shit about nobody else but you.
yeah.
Me
It
and
was
you,
there, bro.
me and you
It was
had
there.
that rapport. You know what I'm saying? So I
Yeah,
didn't really care too much about any of that other stuff. Like, because if you think about it, who was really on my projects?
yeah,
Just
yeah,
you. Production wise, singing wise, who else was really on it?
yeah,
Come on. So it didn't matter to me,
yeah.
But anyways, my brother, on this album, man, who were your production influences? Because I know I hear a lot of different ones in here.
Oh shoot. Quick, Dre, Stevie,
Wonder,
Tank.
that is, right?
Yeah, Stevie Wonder. Yeah,
Hank, okay.
Tank.
I'm glad you said that
Yeah,
because I said, oh, I hear it. When you said Tank, I hear it.
yeah,
Go ahead. And the Stevie too. I hear the
yeah,
Steve.
yeah. Shoot, Battle Cat.
Hmm.
Definitely Battle Cat. Um, yeah, man. I want to say that's pretty much. I mean, Jam and Lewis, uh, Babyface, but some of those records didn't make it.
Hmm.
They didn't make it. But yeah, man, it was just paying homage to. Say it again.
Want to add one?
Go ahead.
I had Stevie, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Now that you said Tank, I was like, yeah, I hear that.
yeah,
But I had Battle Cat, I had Dre. I
yeah,
didn't have Quick though, because I didn't hear that signature Quick sound, but maybe it's something I'm missing.
yeah.
But I'm gonna add Devontae from
Oh
Jersey.
yeah, Devontae Swing. Always
Yeah.
ain't
Listen,
nobody like Devontae, man.
your album, dude, the styles, and and this is how crazy your album is. You got West Coast funk, hip hop. You got the vibey music, like music you could smoke a J2. You got Afro beats, like this jazzy with the saxophones and all that. You got the R&B soul tracks. I mean, like this is like a all-purpose album. You got moods for everything on this album. I mean, your album is so different from one period to another that my wife heard me listen to it at the beginning, and she came back and she said, "What's this you listening to?" I said, "That's still KC." She's like, "That's the same album." I said, "That's the same album." I mean, it's shocking. It's shocking. It's so dope, bro. Listen, I told you when you told me it was going to be like 40 tracks or something like that. And I said, dude, are you crazy? Ain't nobody going to listen to no album, no 40 track album. It's 35 tracks to
Yeah,
be exact.
yeah.
How many of those tracks are skits? I don't know,
Maybe
but
three or
maybe
four.
3. Listen, for the listeners and those of you who have not heard Heartburn by Crain. You can find it on Spotify, Apple Music, all that good shit, right? But the album's called Heartburned. If you haven't heard it, let me explain it for you. Songs after 90s Love, what is it called? 90s Love Groove, what is it called?
'90s kind of love. Yeah,
90s kind of love. If your grandma in the car, Start right there. Anything before that, you cannot play with grandma in the car. All right. First of all, let's set that preference. And I don't know what track that is. What track is that on the album? I don't know, but it's way
Yeah,
down
it's
there.
way down there.
We
Yeah.
got 35 tracks, y'all.
Yeah.
But before that, let me paint this picture on how this album rides out. Imagine you in what I'm gonna say California. You could be San Diego, LA, I don't care, the Bay. You can be anywhere in California where it's sunny. I got a Jeep, I got a Rubicon, right? I, I push the button, top slide all the way back. I got my bumps in the back, the big woofers. I
Yeah.
didn't pull the doors off the Jeep, bro. And I'm driving in the summertime. Now, in my mind, I'm in California banging this shit because that's what it sound like, man. It sound like some West Coast G funk, man. I'm telling you, I'm not saying it sounds dated like that, but it's got that feel to it, man. It is banging. And then, so you kicking, imagine this early in the day and you kicking it with the homies. I'm gonna say 4 or 5 o'clock, and the sun's going down. Now you go pick up your girl and the songs, it starts to shake. Like I said, 90s kind of love, man, it starts to, the mood shifts dramatically to where it's like some of them songs, I mean, literally it turns into love songs. And they don't sound like raunchy love songs. They're very nocturnal in sound, kind of reminiscent of that late 70s, late night music.
Yeah.
That Norman Connors and that Voyage to Atlantis by the Isleys. And
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It has
Like
that,
Tony.
yeah, that Rolls Royce wishing on a star.
Yeah.
Like it has that groove, and then it's kind of smoothie, a little jazzy in there too, and vibey, dude. If you listen, I love that kind of music because it just feels good. It's good R&B, good soul music, man. Casey, I couldn't believe how this album kept my attention. Like usually you be like skip, skip, skip. I was like, nah, this shit knocking. And I told you before, every time I listen to it, I find another song I've fallen in love with.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I couldn't believe you had all those good songs and the way you curated the album and put it together.
Yo.
Brother, you hit a home run. I mean, from beginning to end. Like I said, if you ain't into the West Coast shit, just roll over to that R&B side. Like, yo,
Yeah.
bro, you out there killing the game. And that's why I said you're the most talented person the world doesn't know about. Who does what you do? Name another artist that can rap good as you, sing as good as you, produce good as you. I wait. Only person I could think of, and I thought hard about it. I said there's a few. I said there's T Pain,
Yeah.
because T Pain can really sing. He's a good producer, and he can really rap.
Missy.
Oh, Missy Elliott.
Missy. Yeah.
Missy. Oh, see, look what we talking about. And I said Anderson Paak,
Yeah.
right? I don't know
Yeah.
about his production skills, but I know, he raps and sings good. But
Yeah.
like I said, it's hard. It's hard to compare people to you, bro.
Yeah.
That's how dope you are and how talented you are.
I
And I
appreciate that.
world to see it, man. I really do, man. What's some of your favorites on the project?
Um, Before I answer that, let me go back to one more influence I forgot to mention. Marsha Ambrosius.
Oh, I can hear that too.
Yeah, there's a. I was really into Floetry when they first came out, and how they combined spoken word with lyrics, and then
Mhm.
it turned it into song. So for the last couple of albums I've done a song like that. I've done a record like that, and I just love the way that feels. You know what I
I
mean?
just listened to that one when I was taking a shower
Yeah.
before getting
Yeah.
in the studio.
So truthfully, right now, like my favorite record on there is I want to say touching
Mhm.
and falling for me.
Why? Why those two?
Uh, well, touching because it has that Quincy Jones "Lady in My Life" feel, but it takes me somewhere when I listen to it, and even the harmonies on it are a little bit different. And I
I
was
love how
able
you
to,
tweaked it, how you redid it though. It's like you can
yeah,
kind of hear it, then it turns off, and it's
yeah,
a very vibey and groovy song. So I love that one too. What's the
yeah.
other one?
Falling for
Fall,
me. Falling for
by
me
that
is
one.
falling for me is like the prelude to going into the dark space of love and loss. Because, like I said, going through the trial, almost losing my marriage and everything. So um, you feel that emptiness, that darkness, and yeah, it just played out for me in the song, in the record. If you get to the end, um, he's coming to, like, this might be actually done. I think every man felt that before, when you love someone and the love of your life is about to bounce and you don't want them to, you need them to stay, and you just can't find the words to get out because she tired. She don't want to hear it. You know what I'm saying? She's like, nah, you told me this the last time. You know what I mean? But nah, why should I? Why should I? Like, when did you stop? Like, when did you stop looking to me? When did you stop
Mm.
feeling what I feel for you? Because it don't change.
Dude, you know what that sounds like? I don't know if you heard Tyrese latest project, Beautiful Pain.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
has
yeah.
a song called When Did You Stop Loving Me?
Mm.
Bro.
That music's coming back.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's
That
coming back.
feeling of that album,
Yeah,
which listen, I'm not trying to blow him up on your spot, but listen, that Tyrese album, Beautiful Pain, is probably one of the best projects to come out last year. That one in the October London October nights, like for R&B, and I mean, what I loved about Tyrese's was the live instrumentation, and just like you, he had that nocturnal feeling to the album, you know.
yeah.
Oh, and if you love old school R&B, that's the shit. But yours, it's like you got a little romance in there too, because you put this, you surprised me with this Afrobeat song. It's a little vibey, that
Oh,
little
when she moves, yeah, yeah, yeah,
whoa,
yeah. I
boy.
love that. I love that joint when she
I was like,
moves.
what is this boy
It
doing?
was, man, it was different. But I got that idea from Tank, because he was venturing into different, like, I like the direction that music is heading in as far as R&B, because it's okay now to revert back to, it's okay to have emotion. It's okay
Mhm.
to be attracted to the way a woman is moving, the way she walks, the way she looks, the way she smells. It's okay now. We not trying to be those, I'm in town for one night, what's popping. It's, I want to get to know you. I want to talk to you. I want to go out with you. You know what I mean? It's reversed a little bit. It's like hip hop has gotten way more, and R&B is trying to pull back some. Like, yeah, nah, yeah, we at the club, but we slow dancing now.
Yeah.
We grind, we freaking and everything, but we pulling back. We gonna pull them in the corner for a little bit, and we gonna talk to them while they sipping that drink. You feel me? That's the
Remember
that's the
D-Nail?
that's the narrative that's coming back. So
Remember D-Nail?
yeah,
You remember D-Nail?
did yeah, yeah.
Got him! Got him!
You stupid.
Bro, I got a question for you. And I mean, this is a question, I guess. I don't know why I never asked you this before. I I don't know why, but I've always wondered. I always said to myself, I wonder how he makes a fucking song. Like, can you please walk me through your complete mental process to producing and making a song for yourself? Like, like where does it start? Do you hear a rhythm, or is it something like, ooh, that beat, or tell me what starts it. I want to know how it goes from point A to Z.
Mu- Music is spiritual, bro. If you remember, whenever I get an artist into a session, if I'm coming with ready made recipes of beats of what I think you're looking for, the first thing I ask you is what does it say to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, because even within the chord progressions and the changes in the sonics, like it should be talking to you. It should be some type of connection you have to the sound. Um, Greg, our VP Greg from Intrigue Records, with my brother. Shout out cousin Greg. What's up, Greg? Anyway, uh, he used to call me an emotional writer.
Mm-hmm.
And what he would say, what he meant by that was, if KC's in love, you'll get love music. When KC is hurt or he pissed off, you gonna get a banging rap track. If KC is hurt, you're gonna get a ballad. And
Well, hold on, man. I got a caveat to say. If it's about where you are at the time and what comes out. When you was with me, we was talking about lime juice and Hennessy. So I guess I was bad influence.
Damn!
Bad
I,
influence, bro.
I still remember that night. We was we was lit off that and made that damn song. I remember that. And Glenn was trying to sound like Tupac. What's up, big bro? My big
Shout
brother
out
trying
to
to sound
G.
like lime juice and Hennessy.
Shout out to G, man. I was gonna, and I'm glad you brought him up because he
Yeah,
was my next question.
yeah.
On this album, you hear him on the album, but you hear you express your admiration for your brother.
Oh yeah, man.
Talk to us a little bit about him, what he means to you, and how he's been able to assist you with your musical journey and influence you and support you.
Man, that goes back to when I first wanted to get serious about it. Um, like we lost our dad at a young, very young age. I was 13 when he died,
Mhm.
and I have it's him. He's the oldest out of us, and then I have two sisters and another older brother. And my grandma was still alive at the time, my dad's mom, and Glenn, he was he was pretty much the one that stepped up and tried to take us under his wing to keep us all together. And I was I was out in the streets. I was doing some crazy stuff. My mom couldn't contain me at that time, but like I told you, I used anger as a wall. So I would purposely just put myself in some jacked up situations because I was just angry. I was hurt. I felt so much loss at that time, man. I didn't even understand it. Like, who's gonna help me become this man I need to be? Who's gonna help me navigate this damn world, bro? Sure, everybody living their life. I'm like, I'm just out here, you know what I mean? And I didn't really know pops like they knew him. You know what I mean? He got to see them have kids and everything. So my brother, he tried to be, he tried to be there, and yeah, man, he took me to him and Keith. Him and Keith. There's a lot of names I'm gonna mention. I'm name dropping, bro. So him and Keith
Go ahead,
decided
dog. Give
to,
him their flowers while he can hear the smell them, man. It's
yeah,
okay.
him and his boy Keith. Uh, they wanted to do like this managing thing for music, and he found out that music is what I wanted to do. And I remember, man, him and Keith took me to this house in Canto, but the studio was under the house. Now, I ain't
Wow.
talking about no basement. It was under
Dungeon.
that, under the motherfucker, right? So we in there. My first song I ever recorded was called "Freaky Style," but I didn't
How old
write.
were you?
I
How
was
old were you?
about I was
Or what
15.
year was this?
I
What
was
year was this?
15. It was like 93, 93, 90. Yeah, 90, 93 or 94. One
Were
of
you
those.
making beats then too?
No. So I was still trying to learn because
Okay.
by that time I was playing the piano like this.
Mm-hmm.
right? So but I can go in. I could tell you what I wanted. So I would tell you this chord structure. I want you to do the drums like this,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I would tell him what I wanted, and he would just perform it. And then I would go in the booth and then do it. But I never wrote the song down. So every time I go to the session, they'd be like, "He's changing the words." So,
Were you out there high? Was you out there smoking?
nah, bro, I didn't start experimenting with that until I was 17. But
Smoke weed every day.
yeah, but I couldn't remember the words. So at that time, I think Cricket had just got back from doing from touring with Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember we were at Fan Mart, and he ran up to my brother and he was talking to him. He was pissed off because Hammer just, I think he just went bankrupt or something like that. And he was like, "Man, you need to, I need you to get behind me on this music thing." So my brother was like, "I'm gonna go do this thing with Cricket, but I need you to keep working on your craft. Just keep practicing or whatever."
And for the audience, he's talking about Cricket of San Diego,
San
California.
Diego, yeah. Shout out to Cricket and Steve Vicious. So my brother went to work with them, and I ended up meeting Darius and Mario at Really Doe Entertainment. And they were making beats, but they needed someone that knew how to play chords. So this is where the test comes in. So I took what I learned from church, and I started playing chords to their beats. And then they see
You was playing them church chords in the
on the
gangster rap.
on the gangster rap beats.
You
Yeah,
crazy.
man. Nah, for real. But it started making sense because all it is contemporary chords, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then they were like, "Oh man, yeah, we need you." So we ended up becoming partners on the label, and I started bringing talent there. And then I guess the thing with Cricket and them didn't work out. My brother went to go get a house or whatever, and then I went downhill really bad, man. I started messing around in the streets again because Mario moved to Chicago, and he used to let me use his workstation keyboard. He had a Yamaha W7. I'll
Mm-hmm.
never forget that. That's when I started getting down. That's when he let me mess with that. He would leave it at the house, and I'd be up in my room, dude, 2, 3 in the morning, just making beats in the dark, just because I just didn't want to stop. I had so much in me to get out, and that's when I started discovering talent. And those people that I started bringing to the label my brother formed, Intrigue You, like Allah, Jonathan, all those people. You remember Allah?
Is that when we met?
Yeah, Protege.
Right around that
Yeah,
time?
yeah,
God.
yeah, yeah. So I think my brother, when my brother popped back up, we went to Guitar Center, and I went in there and I was messing with the keyboards in there, and I started making this beat, and then all these people start crowding me. And my brother broke through the crowd and he saw it was me. He was like, "Oh, so you done messed around and okay." So so we
You
left.
sounded just like him too. You
Yeah.
sounded just like him. That's funny.
So a couple weeks later, he came back and picked me up, and I went to his house, and he had bought the same keyboard that I was messing with in Guitar Center, and he formed the label. We formed it together. He put the money behind it, and
He probably was laying in bed and he was like, Tina, I got a great idea.
probably was.
You know what I'm gonna do, baby? I'm gonna go down to that guitar center, I'm gonna get that keyboard, and I'm gonna have Casey come over here and make some beats, and I'm gonna get him in the street, and I'm gonna save his soul, and I'm gonna have him make his music and get his life together.
Yeah,
You know that's what he was thinking.
yeah, yeah. It was something for the whole family to get involved in. That's what he really wanted. He wanted
You think
everybody.
he was inspired by Suge Knight?
I used to call him Suge. I used to call him Suge
You know what
Junior.
I'm saying? Because I feel like before Death Row, wasn't a whole bunch of people trying to be no big willies, no label owners. Nobody cared about owning no labels because that was something we didn't think about. It wasn't until okay, Ruthless, but even then nobody was really trying to do it. We didn't see it, but when Suge Knight, he made it popular to be a boss kind
Yeah.
of, you know what I mean? Then you have Puffy. You're starting to see, okay, oh, and then you saw the rest what happened. No
Yeah, we don't
limit.
talk about that dude, man.
Yeah.
We ain't talking about Diddy.
Oh,
We ain't talking
shut up,
about
man.
Diddy.
No Diddy, man.
No
Hey man, I
Diddy.
got a question. Collaborations on the album, bro. Like, talk to us. Who are some of the people you got on this album?
Oh man. I went and got people that I worked with musically throughout the years, either through mentorship or I did production for them. Like one, for sure, I got you on there.
Yeah, Bill
Yeah,
Fit.
I got you on there. That's my boy. We've been making music forever, man. I got Stephen
I think
Anthony.
every project I've done, you've been a part of it in some
Yeah,
way.
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And I got Stephen Anthony on there. I got Trey Zell on there. Shout out to Trey Zell. Thank you for blessing me with that verse. And shoot, Shaq is on there. Who else did I get on there? I think my brother. My brother's on there, but yeah, that's about. Oh, my nephew. My nephew
Yeah,
Double O Regional.
that's right. I was
Yeah.
waiting on you. Hold on, you ain't gonna forget nephew now.
Oh, I can't forget nephew. Nephew, to be honest with you, I was ready to give up on music, man. I was ready to give up on music after I did the You Red project,
Hmm.
and I heard my nephew's album. Let's Take a Trip. I heard his album, and one, I was mad because I didn't get no beats on it. I didn't get no production on it, but mostly I was impressed. I was
Hmm.
impressed with the work that he did, and it kind of like sparked a fire in me to get back because it's in there. And one of the reasons why, because my brother was like, when you ask him how or why, he said, man, he used to sit up there and watch you. And he was like, he was soaking up the game, just
That's
watching
right.
me. And like, even when he does the whole process, he sounds like me. like everything, like his vision of the where he wants the track to go, like he just knows, man.
Yeah,
Yeah. So shout out to Double O, man. Nephew, I'm proud of you, bro. Keep doing your thing.
that's dope, bro. I mean, it's good to see because you got like your big brother to you, then to his son. It's like that gift that kept giving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
dope. I
Before
do.
we move on, let me say
Yeah.
this about Glenn, man. Bro, thank you for putting your money behind this thing. It takes a real person, a real wholehearted person. It's one thing to believe in you. It's a whole nother thing to put some money behind it. To something it could go to for your immediate family and
Yeah.
everything. But it's a whole nother type of belief when they say, let me put some dollars behind what I'm
Uh,
telling you I believe you can do. So if it wasn't for him, man, I probably wouldn't have been able to do any of the stuff that I've done throughout the years. I probably would have never been able to have those potential deals with those big labels. I probably would have never went to Vegas. I probably
mm,
would have never opened up and performed with Case and Soleil or E40 or none of them fools. I so Glenn, thank you. Thank you for everything that you've done. And we don't always agree, bro. Like brother, we're brothers. Like, you know what I mean? There's been some times he been wanting to fight me and I wanted to fight him. But, when it's all said and done, there's always love at the end of it. And I just want to thank him for not just being just a big brother, but really showing that he's into the talent by investing behind it. So thank you for that. And I pray that everything comes back. Any of your endeavors come back tenfold because you deserve it, bro. And
that's
I
what's up.
just want to say that to him.
Yeah. That's what's up, bro. Let me tell you something, and not to jump on the bandwagon, but I gotta cast my lot there too, man. Let me tell you, like I before I met y'all, I had been doing my little pause mixing and getting the instrumentals and rapping over them. And dude, the first time I ever rapped on the mic is at Glenn's house, bro. And that's why I say you taught me how to count 1, 2, 3, 4, how to put verses together. And dude, I wouldn't have, and look, 7, 8 albums later, you know what I'm saying? Glenn put that money behind me too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So shout out to G, man. And now look at us. I just released a project not too long ago, a couple of years ago, that you oversaw.
Yeah.
And uh and that's Andre Lamont Floyd, but as stage name 211, 2:ELEVEN.
That's right.
Anyways, go to my YouTube page, you'll see it. And if you ain't subscribed to my YouTube page, Andre Lamont Floyd, I suggest you do that right now. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, right? Hit that little bell so that you get the notifications when a new episode comes. Now back to the scheduled program. Man, thank you, Glenn, for doing that for me too. And because of all that, it's taught me how to be, it funneled my creative side and taught me how to do things for myself. Like
Yes.
now, I'm doing my own podcast.
Yeah.
Like all this is still a part of that. The mics and the equipment. And I never would have thought that this is something I could do myself if I didn't see somebody else doing it first.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And I think he opened that door for me, just like you. But I'm more grateful that I met you, my brother. Like I remember you would come all the way to Pomona to see me rock some of them shows, and you had always been in my corner, always been supportive, always been a brother to me.
Yeah, man. For
Amen.
life.
Yeah, and I've always wanted to do some work, continue to work with you, and put a project out. But you just, you know,
Here this guy go.
me out here to laugh me out here to die.
You trying to front me on the tube, bro? We can do it.
Man, okay, y'all heard him. Y'all heard him now.
We can do it.
I got a question. You know,
Yeah.
I know you for all these years, and I've heard sonically the progression.
Mhm.
How do you feel you've evolved as an artist, and how does it show up on this project, Heartburn?
Want to say I went through an identity crisis. Like, my biggest gripe with
Speak on it.
today, my
I want to
biggest
hear it.
gripe with today is how can someone be outdated? How can, if we can bump the OJs or we can play Sam Cooke, which was done way back then, and it's a classic and it's timeless. How can music be outdated? There's no such thing as outdated music. Just because it's not mumble rap or whatever the hell you want to call this mess now, just because it's not that, it doesn't mean that it's outdated. And I went through that, bro. I struggled with that because from Cali, I moved to the South for a little bit. I moved to Tennessee. And when I got out there in Tennessee, man, the people when I was trying to network, they would tell me, "Man, that's West Coast. That's outdated. We do trap. You got trap?" I'm like, "Bet." So I listened to trap music. I started learning it. I mastered it. I started making it,
Mm-hmm.
but I wasn't feeling all of it
Yeah.
because it's trap is hard. It hits hard, but my heart is funk, man. My heart is funk. My heart is heavy bass chords, bass lines, bass rides, and snaps and claps. You know what I mean? And I battled with that for about 6 years. And but what it did was it made me open my mind to expand that I don't have to just be in one box, but I don't have to change who I am either. And if I could say doing Heartburn, what it did for me was it let me be me.
Mm-hmm.
All the things that come with me. If you listen to the album, like you said, it takes you places. There's Easter eggs all in it. Everything is done
Really?
for a strategic reason. Yeah,
Can
everything.
you like kind of give some away?
Okay, I'll give you an example. When you
Okay.
get to the R&B portion,
Mm-hmm.
and you start hearing songs
Are we
like,
talking about 90s love?
well, '90s love. That was just an ode to the '90s.
I
Remember?
know, but I mean, is that where the R&B portion
Yeah,
starts?
that's where it starts.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about because that's why I said there you can listen to it with your grandma in the car. Anything before that,
You
no.
can actually go back a little bit. You can go to Before I, and
Okay.
then go into '90s love, because Before I, it's like too close if you think about it.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got
so it's got that type of feel.
you.
So,
Mhm.
but when
I
you
just
get
think
to
it slows down at the 90s
right,
thing.
right,
I got
when
you.
you get to the slow music, when you get to the love songs, it's it's a ride. It's a timeline. Pleasure Isle is you talking to her to intrigue her, to allow you to come in to touch. Then you touch. But then after you've touched, you go through a trip because you finish something and your eyes and your lies are saying one thing, but your heart is saying another. So let go. So through lies you tell me you love me, but your heart is somewhere else because you're fighting it. But then through all of that, you lose love. So I remember when you were falling for me in the beginning when we were going to Pleasure Isle and then we were touching. But
Mm.
now I don't even know you falling for me anymore. But then you're gone. So now I'm wondering who you doing what you doing with who now? Who's loving you now? If it's not me,
But
where,
the audience might be wondering, what is he saying? These are the
okay.
songs.
These are all songs and it's
Yes.
leading you through.
Remember, there's 35
Yeah.
tracks on
Yeah.
this album.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So you get a good amount of uh who banging, gang bang. I ain't saying gang bang, but more rider music. You know what I'm saying? And funk kind of music, and then it kind of as the day progresses and night comes, it takes you in when you're supposed to be
You can
quiet.
go from your dunk, your lowrider to the sedan or the SUV. Right?
However,
That's
however you
literally
do
what
it,
it is. However you do
it's
it.
a ride. Trust me, it's a
Yeah.
ride.
Yeah. And
So,
then go
okay,
ahead.
go ahead. I'm
Okay,
sorry.
so also in the beginning of those slow songs, there's a harmonious portion because mentally I'm about to take you there. So we're traveling deeper to the parts of the mind that conflict with the heart. And you say you didn't hear DJ Quick, right? But I
Mhm.
have a couple of DJ Quick references in there.
Okay,
When I'm
I'm gonna
when
go
I'm
back.
rapping on my own tracks, I feel like Jordan.
I don't
On
know that.
West Up, A Day in the Life of this man KC.
Okay, this, I got that one. Okay,
Yeah, man. Quick is like one of my favorite, man. I love Quick, bro. Every time he was in town, I was there because I just love his energy.
I
And he,
think is I think Quick is probably the most underrated producer. And the only reason I think if there was no Dr. Dre, like Dr. Dre is such a big he casts a big shadow because of his accolades and everything he's done that DJ Quick kind of gets engulfed by that. I feel, and it's unfair because they're two totally different type of producers.
yeah,
But DJ Quick is very talented too, just like you. And that's the one thing I think I've always admired about you because in the early stages, like when we first got together in the late '90s, I heard that Quick influence, and I
yeah,
heard that Battle Cat later. Like I've seen your style, you taken from all that, and now with the gift of technology, I've seen how you've used that to perfect your sound.
yeah,
But that's what shocked me on this project, bro. Like when you get to the slow songs, dude, this is where the growth is for me with you. I've never in my life heard you play anything like that. And so beautiful.
Yeah,
I was like, I was blown away. And I mean, head exploding emoji. That was me. I was like, oh my God. Remember when you sent me the track? I like, bro. I was like, do this, right? Like it was so like it's refreshing music.
yeah. It's
It is, bro.
it's
It
different.
is. That's where your Stevie is at.
Yeah, it's
That
definitely
nocturnal
different.
sound is
Yeah,
there.
it's
Yeah.
different. It's different.
Mhm.
It hit different.
And the poetry song is in there too.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I heard him
Pleasure,
tell.
Al.
Yeah, I listened to it today.
Yeah, pleasure, Al. You just
Do
big
you
spooner.
go ahead. Do you have any regrets in regards to your musical
Yeah,
journey? You
hell
do?
yeah.
Like
Yeah,
what?
putting myself in a position to where I ended up getting locked up, and it wasn't. Man, I'll never forget this, man. I was in a shout out to Tut, man. Tut, me and Tut had this duo group called Too Much.
Mhm.
I've been in multiple groups, bro, but this was the one. We had a manager and everything, and we were doing some things. We was doing some big things, and we had this opportunity through the shows that we used to do for Eddie Love, who was a DJ for Jemzy
I remember
90. He
90.
used to have us on the radio all the
Yeah,
time
about
because of
that.
our manager, Miriam Graham. So shout out to Miriam Graham. And she set us up with a lot of stuff, man. But we had this potential deal with Def Jam. We were supposed to perform for Def Jam. And the morning before the show, I got arrested. Yeah, I
Man.
got arrested. I got locked up and couldn't post bail, couldn't do nothing. The judge slapped a 720 on my bill. That means you got to provide proof of where every dollar came from, tax records, everything. And man, that was just the most humiliating time of my life. It wasn't like years. It
Mhm.
wasn't years, but it was some time, and it just ruined. It just threw everything off course. Then also trying to pull people along that didn't want to really go. You're gonna always have a team with you. There's gonna
Mhm.
be people that come with you. If you start off with 9, you're gonna end with 2. Everybody don't make it, and
Yeah.
a lot of people that say they want this, man, they allow the personal life to impact, or they just don't feel like going. They don't feel like being in the studio all those mad hours. They don't feel like creating all the dang time. And they, pausing your movement to try and bring them along hurts you in the long run. So if there's anything that I could change, it would be catching on early when people don't want it as much as you do. When they don't want it as much as you do, you got to leave them where they are. And it don't mean you don't love them. It don't mean you don't care. It just means that they ain't down for the whole ride. They don't
Mhm.
want to take the whole ride, and that's okay. But you can't stop my progress because I'm fighting the clock. You know,
I got
every
you.
day there's an opportunity. There's a new ear that I could be pulling, but I'm waiting for
Mhm.
you. Can't do that.
I hear you. Bro, what would you advise someone like say this young person they're listening to this and they want to get into the music industry or they want to start making music just like you. What would you advise them to focus on?
The art itself. Don't limit yourself. Don't put yourself in a box. Don't try to sound like what you hear. If it feels good to you, rock on. If it feels good to you, it don't matter who with you or who not. It don't matter if they like, man, I ain't feeling that. If it feel good to you, do it. Cause that's all it has. Music don't have to make sense to nobody else but the artist. So if it feel good, man, I love that about James Brown. In his movie Get Up,
Mhm.
when he was talking to the musicians and they were like, well, that just doesn't make sense scientifically or musically. And he just said, does it feel good?
Mhm.
Yeah? Then it makes sense. Cause it feels good. What is this? What is it? What you playing? The horn, Mr. Brown. What is that? The horn. No, it's the drums. What you playing? The organ. What is it? The drums, Mr. Brown. That's right. Everything's the drum. So if it feel good, tat 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 tat, then do it. And
Mm.
that's the motto I live by. If it feel good, roll with it. If you like it, they gonna love it. Somebody gonna love it. Don't change. Don't change.
Dope. That's dope. So what's next for you, brother? What's next for you musically? Or
Uh, I'm well. Now that you put me on Front Street, I guess this project that we gonna do.
okay.
um, I want to do some more collaborations with my nephew on his project. I'm just focusing more on production, more behind the scenes. I have my own label, Madman Entertainment, and looking for artists, um, working with artists, putting out records. Far as me, album wise, man, I'm chill. If I feel good, I'll do it. I'm
Mhm.
where Dr. Dre is with it. If it feel good, I'll roll with it. If it
Oh, wait.
don't feel good, I ain't hurting. It's all good. So I am curious. I'm intrigued by this project to see how it's going to sound because you and me are just musically inclined. Like we're synced. Like I don't know. Like our
All
conversations can
that,
go.
man. Listen, bro. I'm carrying. I'm pulling up the rear, bro. I'm trying to hang with you, man. I don't know how good I'll be, but you
Man, you
know,
there? You
it's
there?
always. I mean, I'm not like I need to be motivated, and sometimes when you work with someone, they help motivate you. You know what I mean? But
Yeah,
right now, I mean, this is what I've been focusing on, trying to do what I really love, which is talk to people such as yourself
yeah,
and anything dealing with music.
no doubt.
So that's kind of where my head is right now. But I am interested. So we'll talk about some tracks or something. We'll see what we can get going. But
Yeah.
man, tell the people where they can reach you at, man.
Oh man, M1, good dude at IG, KC official underscore KC Crain on YouTube. Man, just anywhere. Just look up K.C. Crain, Crain, and you'll find me. Just Google me. I think I'm
That's
gonna
what's
make
up.
that a song called Google Me. I'm gonna make that.
Go for it, bro.
Yeah,
Well,
man.
that's what's up, man. But I want to say thank you for stopping by, and also let me throw mine out there. You can follow me on IG, TikTok, Facebook, Andre Lamont Floyd. That's easy. You know? And then on top of that, make sure you subscribe, man. That's important. Subscribe, please, to help me make more good content.
Thank you for the time, man. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you for keeping me pushing too. You did that for a period of time yourself. I want
Uh,
you to know that. I think you know you put us back together. The click. You know what I mean? You came. I remember that day. You came and got me, and I remember we hadn't talked in like a year,
mm,
and we all sat in the room and we hashed out our differences, and we went back to making music. And I think that's when you made the second album,
which one was it? As the World Turns.
Turns. Yeah,
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 yeah, I remember that.
yeah. So thank you for that. Thank you for mediating that and making us see the bigger picture. Allowing us to settle our differences and get back to what we love doing the most.
That's
Thank you to everybody that played a part in my life. Thank you for everybody that um, helped me musically. Somewhere down the line, I had a lot of people. Don't shy away to help, you guys. There's going to always be people that influence you in some form or fashion. Know when they're for you and know when they're against you.
mm, man. That's no better spoken words like those, man. But hey, brother, thanks for being a part of this, man. And I hope that this thing uh helps open many doors for you, brother. I
I
really
hope the
do.
same for you too, bro. And
All
bring me
right.
back so we can get to the nit and gritty of the grimy stuff. We gotta tell that stuff.
Man, we ain't doing none of that.
We gotta tell them.
Telling all them damn
We got to tell them about the fights. We got to tell them about the shootouts. We got to tell them about all of that.
You ain't saying none of that stuff, man. Anyways, man, don't be trying to put me out there, dog. My life is good the way it is. Just we gonna keep it PG.
That's right. You got it, bro. I appreciate
All
you.
right,
Thank you
man.
for having me, man.
All right, man. Peace.
All right, peace.